Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to show you how to automate another test case under register account functionality, that is the test case number 17. Okay, so let's automate this particular test case in this session. First, before I show you how to automate this particular test case, let's understand what this particular test case all about in a manual demo way. After that, we'll start automating it. So let's begin. Verify whether the password fields in the register account page are following the password complexity standards. Okay. We just need to verify whether the password fields in the register account page are following the password complexity standards. If they are not, we need to report the defect, right? Fine. So first we need to open the application URL in the browser like this. We need to open the application URL in the browser. That's the first thing. Once the application URL is open, the next thing is that I need to click on the My Account drop menu. Then I need to select the My Account drop menu. Then I need to select the register option. I just need to select the register option and then we'll be taken to the register account page. Then I need to enter all the new account details into all the fields like first name, last name, email, telephone, newsletter, privacy policy, except password field. All the details we have to enter like this, except password field, we have to enter all the details. Some brand new email address, okay. Then except password, except password, we have to enter all the things, okay. Then select yes and privacy policy, and these two things you have to wait. And now we need to type some simple passwords into the password and password confirm fields, guys. Okay, into the password and password confirm fields. You have to enter the same password, but that password need to be. You see, in general security, any application, guys, that you are testing need to follow some password. Okay, password complexity standards. Okay, if a particular password field is not following any password complexity standards, then we need to report the defect, right? So if this particular application password fields are not following some password complexity standards, then we have to report the defects. How to check that? In order to check that, guys, okay, we need to give some simple passwords. For example, this 12345 is a simple password. Okay, not following password complexity. That is size of the password as 8. Okay, so if I give some password whose size is just whose size is just less than 8. Okay, I'm just giving some password whose size is less than 8 characters. Here only 5 characters I am giving. Click on continue. If the account is getting created, means that particular password is not following the password complexity standards. We should get a proper warning message saying that the password entered should match the password, okay, complexity standards. Such kind of warning message, okay, should meet the password entered should match or meet the password complexity standards you have to mention. Fine. So that is the size of the password. Password should contain at least one number. Okay. Password should contain at least one number, and it should contain one symbol. It should contain lowercase, uppercase letters, all this stuff. Okay. We can design some test data for this. You see, all the numbers are there, all letters are there. Okay. Okay. Which are less than 8. Okay. Characters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, so how many characters are there? More than 8 are there, that's fine. Okay, we'll give different varieties. Here only numbers we are giving, only alphabets we are giving. But here, as per the password complexity, the password should have the size of the password as 8 should be there. If the size is less than 8, okay, first one is less than 8, password should contain at least one number. This particular password doesn't have even one number. The next one, I'll enter A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Here it has number, but according to password complexity standards, it should not only have just letters and numbers, but also it should have a symbol. It doesn't have any symbol, guys. Okay. So I'll take the next example, which is an invalid one. A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3 dollar. Okay. 1, 2, 3 dollar. It has a symbol, but the problem is all lowercase letters are there, uppercase letters are not there. Okay. It should contain both lowercase and uppercase letters also. I'll just do one thing. A, B, C, D. Okay, 4 5 6 some hash. Okay, this one doesn't have lowercase letters, this one has all lowercase letters. You see, somehow these passwords are invalid. I mean, they are not following the password complexity standards, and that's it. I think so. We should not give a combination of anything here, and we should give some invalid passwords, guys. Okay, fine. Here symbols are not there, only alphabets and numbers are there. Here symbols are there. Here only uppercase letters are there. Lowercase letters are missing. Okay, like that somehow this set of passwords that have provided here as a test data, right? They are not according to the password complexity standards. If I enter any of these things, right, here while trying to create an account by entering this particular password into the uh, password field, right? Okay, such kind of passwords when I try to enter into the password and password confirm fields, we should get a warning message under the password field saying that this particular password doesn't meet the okay password complexity standards it need to mention. Okay, proper warning message should be displayed for following password complexity standards. Instead, account should not get created, guys. Rather, we should get that particular message. So what I will do here is I'll start automating this particular test case now. I'll go to this Eclipse ID and create a new test case. Right click here and create a class and just name this as tc underscore rf underscore 017. Okay, click on finish. And in this, I'm going to create a method, guys, that is public void. Okay, verify restring account. Okay, verify restring account. Entering. Okay, verify restring account. Verify restring account. And checking password complexity standards. Like that, some method, random method you name you can give. Which should be reasonable to understand for you. And here I'll provide this at the rate at the rate test annotation. And here, over the mouse on this and import this from TestNG library. Once I do that, I'll write down here WebDriver driver is equal to new Chrome driver. WebDriver driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Control Shift O. Then write down driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Then driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait. That is duration dot off seconds. Then I'll give just simply 3 seconds here. That's okay as the global wait time. And then say driver.get command. And here I need to provide the application URL. I'll give the application URL like this. That is tutorialsninja.com/demo. I'll copy this application URL, guys, and paste it here. And the next thing that I have to do here is after opening this application page URL in the browser, I need to click on the My Account drop menu. I'll inspect this My Account, and then select this My Account and say Control F /span text is equal to my account. I'll say this will locate the my account drop menu. Copy this XPath expression and simply write down driver.find element by dot XPath. Provide the XPath expression of the my account and simply say click. I need to select the my account drop menu. Once I select this my account drop menu, I need to select the restore option. Inspect this. Copy this double. Okay, this is nothing but the link text locator, guys. Copy this, guys. This is a link text locator. Come back here and simply write down driver.find element by dot link text. Provide the link text locator and simply say click click. Once I select this register option, I should be taken to the register account page. In the register account page, I need to enter I need to enter all the fields except the password fields, as I mentioned. Inspect this first name field. Copy this ID locator of the first name field and here write down driver dot find element by dot ID locator of the first name field and simply say dot click dot send keys and here write down provide a semicolon and say Arun here. Okay, just type enter Arun here into the first name field. Once after entering the Arun into the first name field, I'll inspect the last name field here. In the last name field, I'll copy this ID locator and simply write down driver dot find element by dot ID. Provide the ID locator of the last name field and say dot send keys. And here I'll provide the last name field, that is, I'll enter my last name, that is Motori, into the last name field. So here my last name Motori will be entered. Then next I'll inspect this email address, guys. I'll inspect this particular email address and I'll copy this ID locator of the email and simply write down driver.find element by dot ID locator of the email address field and then dot send keys. And if you remember in this particular project, we already have created a reusable method here under the utils, common utils class with the name get generate brand new email address. When you call this particular method, it will generate a brand new email address here. So I'll simply use this class name. That is, it was a static method, guys. So I can call the method with the help of the class name generate brand new mail. Okay. So automatically a brand new email address will be created by this particular code in this particular method of this particular class of the utils package of src main Java and will be entered here automatically. The next thing that I have to do here is after entering a brand new email address here, Okay, just enter some brand new email address here. Once entering the brand new, I need to enter the telephone field. Inspect this telephone field, copy this ID locator of the telephone field, and simply write down driver.find element by.id, provide the ID locator of the telephone field, and put a send keys command and give a telephone number that is 12345678890. Like this, I'll give. And then after entering the telephone number, I'll not enter any password or password confirm. I'll select this S radio button. For selecting the S radio button, name newsletter value one should be there. Copy this and control F double slash input at the rate name is equal to at the rate name is equal to newsletter and at the rate value is equal to at the rate value is equal to 1. I'll give 1 at the rate value is equal to 1 and this will locate the S radio button. Copy this XPath expression and simply write down driver dot find element by dot XPath, provide the XPath expression of the S radio button and say dot click. Once I select this S radio button, then inspect this checkbox field. Once you inspect this checkbox field, and you'll get this HTML code here. Name locator is there. Copy this name locator and simply write down driver dot find element by dot name locator. Provide the name locator of the checkbox field and say dot click. This will select the checkbox field. I need to click on the continue button. Inspect this continue button, and here I need to create an XPath expression for the double slash input at the rate value is equal to continue and this will locate the continue button, guys. Copy this XPath expression and simply write down driver dot find element by dot XPath. Give the XPath expression of the continue button here and simply say dot click. Once I click on the continue button, you see before I click on the continue button, I need to enter some passwords, some test data passwords which doesn't obey the password complexity standards. Okay, due to security reasons, in every application that you are working on should follow the password complexity standards, otherwise you need to report a defect to the client. Okay, not only this application, guys, any application you go, if you see this kind of password fields and if they are allowing you to enter some simple passwords even without following the password complexity standards, then definitely have to report a defect. Okay, so and it need to be fixed, because by creating a good complexity, by maintaining good complexity passwords, right, what will happen, the security of the application will increase. So it's a security defect, you can say. Security point of view, we can report the defects also. So I'll try to enter some simple passwords and see whether the account is getting created, whether warning message is coming or not. If the warning message is not coming and if the account is getting created, means that means things are not going fine. Okay, account should not be created and warning message should come is the requirement. So how to enter that? Here we have multiple sets of in simple passwords which doesn't obey the password complexity standards. I need to test with each and every stuff. So first I'll take this 12345, guys. I have to enter with 12345. Copy this 12345. Okay, here before I click on the continue button, guys, before I click on the continue button, here I'll enter the password driver.find element by dot ID locator will be there for the password field dot send keys. Here I'll pass 12345, which is the first set of data, which is a simple password, which should not be allowed by the application. Okay, and here also driver.find element by dot ID of the password confirm field. This password confirm field dot send keys, and here I need to provide the same simple password, that is 12345. Here also put a semicolon here. Then I need to click on the continue button. Okay, fine. So here I need to provide the ID locator of the password and password confirm field. Okay, so I'll copy this ID and paste it here, and copy the ID of the password confirm field, this one, and copy and paste it here, and then enter 12345, and here also enter 12345, and then click on the continue button, guys. Then I need to click on the continue button. Once I click on the continue button, account should not get created, rather warning message should come. What is the expected warning message? String warning message is equal to password should match, password entered is not matching the complexity standards. Okay, some warning message. Okay, assume that this is a client requirement. This kind of message we should get when user tries to enter simple passwords into the password or password confirm fields for creating the account. Okay, the client is expecting this kind of warning message to come. Then you can write like this: assert equals. Okay, assert equals, this side I'll say warning message. Okay, and this side I'll simply say how to get the warning message. The warning message should come under the password field, right? Right click, inspect this. The warning message comes, we'll get a div tag under the input tag. I'll copy this ID and create control F double slash input at the rate ID is equal to input password slash following hyphen sibling colon div. If any warning messages come, this will work. Okay? This XPath expression is going to work. Driver dot find element by dot XPath provide the XPath expression of that warning message element, and here find elements came, find element should be there. So dot get text, I'll say. If this warning message doesn't come, then that test will fail anyhow. And also we have to make sure, okay, that account is not getting logged in, okay, and we have to make sure that account is not getting, once you click on the continue button, the account gets logged in, then again that's also fail, okay. This success breadcrumb should not be displayed, okay, should not be displayed. So here I'll copy this class control F double slash ul at the rate class is equal to view that class, and double forward slash a text is equal to text is equal to success. Give this XPath expression, copy this XPath expression, guys, copy this XPath expression and simply write down asset equals asset equals, or asset dot asset false, I'll say. Okay, it should not come, right? So if it is displayed means we are expecting for false, should not come. Driver dot find element by dot XPath provide the XPath expression of that success breadcrumb, should not be displayed. So if it is displayed, it will return true, and it is expecting false, so the rest will fail. One of the assertion may fail. Okay, so we can verify like this multiple assertions and simply say driver dot quit here. Okay, so if in case a particular test method fails, okay, then we'll see what the browser will not close, guys. So let it be there for now. Let me run the script and see what is happening with this particular this simple one of the test data of the simple password, okay, thing. Right click run as test test. See what is happening. Open the Chrome browser, maximize the browser, open the application page URL. Go to the register account page. It will enter a simple password 12345 and account is getting created. Browser is not getting closed means the test got failed here. You see, invalid selector exception. Okay, that is not coming. Unable to locate the element with the whatever it may be, and we are getting this as failed, guys. Okay, invalid selector. This particular element. Okay, the warning message is not coming. Simple thing is that the warning message is not getting displayed, guys. Okay, the warning message is not getting displayed. That's the reason this particular part is getting failed. Okay, this particular part is getting failed. So ultimately it got failed. Okay, but the problem here is the browser is not getting closed, guys. Okay, if in case it gets failed, right, the browser is not getting closed. To make that possible, to the browser close whether the test will pass or fail, public void tr down, I'll say. In the tr down method, I'll write down at the rate after method, I'll say. At the rate after method, I'll say. Pour the mouse in this at the rate after method and import this, and here write down driver dot quit, I'll say driver dot quit. Okay, driver dot quit, put a semicolon here, and then remove this part. Okay, then make this WebDriver driver global, guys. Make this WebDriver driver global. Put a semicolon here, and then WebDriver I'll remove from here and just run the script again. Right click, run as test. See what is going to happen here. Open the browser, maximize the browser, open the application page URL, go to the register account page. Okay. If the test fails also, the browser is getting closed. But this is not the, unfortunately, this is not the only simple password that we have to test this particular test case. We have to test this particular test case with multiple sets of passwords. For each and every password, okay, the warning message should come. But if the warning message doesn't come, the test need to fail. So what I will do to test the remaining set of passwords, see whether for them also warning message is coming or not, whether the what is happening, okay, whether test is passing or failing. If you want to see that, we have to convert this test method into data driven test. For that to happen, we have to create a method, guys, to supply the data. Okay, to supply the data, we have to create a method. Let's try to create the method. Supply some method. Okay, supply passwords. Supply passwords. Some method name, I'll say, and here I'll just provide the annotation known as data provider, sorry, data provider annotation from testng. If I provide this data provider annotation before this method, right, okay, this testng method will convert this method into a data provider method. So then it will get the license to supply the data to the required testng test method. Okay, over the mouse, import this from testng library, and also you can give a name also, guys. Name is equal to password supplier, okay, password supplier or something I'll say. So now to connect this particular method with this test method, for this particular test method, if you want to pass the data from this method, then I need to provide here name is equal to, okay, name attribute is equal to, sorry, not name attribute, data provider attribute is equal to, here attribute case, okay, data provider attribute is equal to, this one I have to provide, okay, the name of the data supplier method. Once that is done, this test method and this method is converted. Now I need to run the script, okay, I need to run the script. For that to happen, I'll create a two-dimensional object array, a two-dimensional object array, data is equal to, okay, or passwords is equal to whatever you can write. You can create a two-dimensional object array. In that, create single dimensional object array, okay, single dimension. Yeah, let's say how many sets of data are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets are there. So five single dimensional arrays should be there inside this two-dimensional arrays, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are there. In the first one, provide double, in that, provide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the first one. Then second one, I need to supply the second password. That is this one. Okay, A, B, C, D, the all alphabets. Okay, and next one, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have how many sets of test data is there? That means sets of test data. Single dimensional arrays you have to create here in this two dimensional object array and pass it data like this. Okay, copy this and paste it. Okay, now these are the multiple sets of passwords we have, and and I need to simply say, okay, this particular method need to return this data. Okay, return data, and the return type should be two-dimensional object array again. And here, after doing this part here, this particular method is now ready to supply the data to the test method. And here I'll put a comma here in the method name. I'll put a string and say password. Okay, password text. Okay, password text or whatever you want. Okay, copy that, and wherever you are passing the password, just replace that with the parameter name, that is password text. So what will happen here is when I run this particular script, this data provider will supply multiple sets of passwords to this particular test method. And here, how many sets of passwords are there? That many times the test method will run. Okay, that many times the test method will run every time with every set of password to see whether all these passwords, the test is passing or failing. It will check. Okay. If the warning message is coming and the account is not getting created, means the password is recognized as a sensitive password. It should be secured. It should follow the complexity standards. Otherwise, the test will fail. Simple. Okay. Let's see whether we can run the script and get the things done or not. Here, data-driven test I have implemented to test all these multiple sets of data. Okay. That's one difference in this particular test case. Let's right click here and say run as test to see what is going to happen. The same test need to run this 5 times or something. 5 times, right? 5 sets of data are there. First set of data. Now second time it need to run with second set of data. Second time, second set of data is coming. Enter into the password field. Third time, the third set of data. Third set of password data. Then fourth time, same test. Fourth set of data. Then fifth time the same test is running with the fifth set of sensitive password data. You see all the times with all the sets of data with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 the test got failed. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, password got failed. Okay. This one password got failed. This one password got test got failed. This password also test got failed. For all the sets of data, the test got failed. We have to report a defect, guys, because the test is getting failed. Because the defect or bug is already there in the application. The application is is not checking the complexity standards of a password. It's not giving a proper warning message. So then we have to report a defect. Okay, as a result of this automation running script, we should report a defect in the application, and the developers need to fix it and make the password fields other to the password complexity standards. Okay, if user enters any simple passwords, we should get a proper warning message and account should not get created. Simple guys. Okay, so guys, with this note, we have successfully automated the 17th test case. Okay, where we are checking whether the passwords are following the password complexity standards or not. We are checking. Fine. So this is a 17th test case, guys. In the next session, I'm going to automate the next test case. Okay, that is test case number 18. Okay, from the register account functionality. Till then, see you. Bye bye.